Aliko Dangote, Africa's richest man, has now publicly accused the CEO of the Nigerian midstream and downstream petroleum regulatory authority, Farouk Ahmed, of corrupt practices, raising serious questions about governance and accountability in Nigeria's energy sector. These allegations, if they are proven, could have some serious far-reaching implications for investor confidence, regulatory integrity, and the overall transparency of the country's oil and gas industry. Joining us now is Arise News analyst, Mr. Dayo Sobowale. He will look at the substance of Dangote's claims, discuss the importance of an independent and thorough investigation by anti-graft agencies, and look at what this controversy means for Nigeria's business environment and regulatory credibility. Welcome to Newsday.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Pleasure of being.
Yes, good to have you. So,
Right.
this is a pretty big story. The fact that there are these allegations that he spent $5 million on school fees for his children in Switzerland. I mean, it's not the first time that we're having allegations like this come to senior officials. I know Yahaya Bello also had a similar issue regarding the American International School in Abuja with his kids. I mean, what's your general reaction to this? How should we as a country be looking at this story?
Well, we should be alarmed, and at the same time grateful for what he has said. I think this is the first time we are having this sort of allegation from a specific person who is a major stakeholder in the oil industry. And he's literally telling us that we should not regulate our major source of revenue in such a way that we put Nigerians to penury. Personally, I'm grateful to him. But what he has done is to be quite legalistic about it. He has made the allegations. He has said the appropriate anti-corruption bodies should take note and investigate. And if indeed they have difficulty in getting information from the banks in Switzerland, he's trying to spend this money to get that information out. So he's all out. Get me? He's trying to save our oil industry. I read, Dangote is giving more credence in the international media than we do at all. Reuters, Bloomberg, they all quote him. And in this particular instance, they said he is accusing the regulators, get me, of sabotaging Nigeria's oil efforts. And since he has come on board, they have not given him the crude oil they are supposed to give him. And this particular chief regulator that is accusing of has said that Dangote cannot supply the entire Nigerian market. But everybody knows that Dangote is not up to full capacity as it is, and is opposed. But to encourage our local refinery production, it should be given some crude oil directly. Now, Dangote has gone ahead. That is not afraid of competition, and that even is ready to take his company to the open market so that Nigerians can invest and get dividends in dollars, so that everybody has a stake. So to me, on the surface, he's acting patriotically, and he should be listened to. If the regulatory, if the corruption bodies do not listen to it, government should intervene. Get me? At least ask Ahmed Farouk to defend himself. And I'm sure he too should be bothered wherever he is now to defend himself. That is just trying to be sure that we are letting justice to have his day. You don't assume a man is guilty until you have given him an opportunity to defend himself. So the facts are solid. They are solid, and they are against our fight for transparency and accountability. And this is the industry, that's the industry, at least golden egg that we all live on. Let's leave it at that for now.
Well, so Mr. Sobowale, of course, like you rightly mentioned, these are allegations, and we wait to see how things will play out, and we hope that they're taken seriously. But when it comes to a clash between Dangote and regulators, we know that this is not the first. So there are questions about if this is actually a legitimate corruption expose, or it's an opportunity that the billionaire is seeking to wield influence when it comes to probably having things go better for him in the industry.
Accusing him of self-interest?
There's
nothing wrong with self-interest.
Yeah,
but at the same time, see the facts he has revealed. You mentioned them. You have 5 children, 4 children in schools in Dayo, and you have paid $5 million. Mm-hmm. Is that specific? What is his salary that nobody can afford that? That is a very big revelation that people should look at. And he has even gone on to say that he has children, but they have not gone to secondary school in the UK. Mm-hmm. So it's not as if he's choosing facts, and it's not the run-of-mill, how do I put it, social media loud mouth that will just come out like that. Mm-hmm. He's a very credible person. If you say that it's injured by the fact that they are not giving him open space, yes. Mm-hmm. But if he has facts to prove his own case, that the regulator is trying to stifle Nigeria into predatory, then he should be listened to. And I don't see why you should put a question mark on that. Yes.
No question mark. It's about the why. It's not about the what. And,
yes.
and it's okay to clarify.
Even the why.
That's completely fine.
The why is uncalled for.
If you say
he has
so.
made allegations, let them...
Okay.
The man is talking about is not dead yet.
That's completely fine. That's why it's a question.
Let's give him fire.
Anyway, so when it comes to the corruption allegations that are usually, I know you mentioned earlier, Anieze, how you were talking about what we saw with Yahaya Bello and the likes. What you said, of course, the authorities should pay attention to this situation. When we see selective application of justice when it comes to corruption, because Yahaya Bello has not necessarily, we haven't necessarily seen any outcomes in that case. What would you like to see from this administration when it comes to having a level playing field in dealing with corruption?
Look, this man has made an allegation. Mm-hmm. It is in the public space. Mm-hmm. There are appropriate bodies to respond to that. Let them respond. Let them respond. And at the same time, give the man who is being accused fair chance to defend himself. That's justice. That's transparency. That's accountability.
And selective application of...
You are the one talking of selective. What is selective?
Well, just give you an instance.
I don't buy into what she said. That's
okay, then that's fine.
This is a fresh case.
Okay.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Let's give it some breathing space. It has been aired in public space. Let the man accused defend himself, either to debunk Dangote, or let the facts be known, and let the appropriate regulatory bodies take care of the man who is the regulator who has misfired now. That's it. Simple logic and simple legality. Yes.
But is there a sense that a lot of times in corruption cases overall in the country, even if it doesn't have to do with school fees, allegations are made, some sort of regulatory body will intervene, there will be an uproar, and then a few weeks later, nothing happens, no one hears of any arrests or any kind of prosecutions. How do you see this playing out? How do you see this playing out based on what we've seen before?
I've restrained myself from mentioning EFCC. Mm-hmm. The one you have spoken about applies very much to EFCC. Mm-hmm. But this is not EFCC. This is the oil industry. So let's give the public, the ICPC, the other bodies involved in independent inquiry into corruption a chance to do their job. And I give credibility to what, if you don't, I give credibility to what Dangote has said. It's in the international media, and they know what they are saying. And you see, the only thing you can talk about is that they have always accused him of monopolistic something. Maybe he's trying to get that. Mm-hmm. But even if it's a monopolist, if he gets the services delivered, and we are able to benefit from our refineries and our wealth, I think he should be listened to. Fair hearing to him, because he has thrown the challenge. Fair hearing to the person he has challenged, and we proceed from there. But I give him credence. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to the question of accountability, whether or not anyone is at fault or you give credence to one and not the other, Nigerians are the ones that still pay the high prices at the end, or high price at the end of the day in terms of fuel and whatnot. What would you like to see that's done to ensure that the everyday Nigerian, every consumer like yourself is being fought for, their interests are being prioritized in situations like this, in power struggle when it comes to this sector?
Right, there's no power struggle here. But let's face this oil sector. You were all here when the prices were going up. And importation, fuel subsidy, all these things. What this man is saying is that the importation of fuel, get me, is it's like shortchanging our industrial development and creating energy insecurity and taking jobs abroad. Even Trump in the US is fighting imports. He's trying to reshore, to bring companies to America. So that before they were doing offshoring, he bring in industrialization, and that's what the same thing that Dangote is saying. Dangote is not a politician. And I think at the beginning of this soaring crisis, I made a statement that Nigerians did not vote the GMDC of NNPC to office. They voted Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You get me? Dangote, as at now, is doing what government should be doing to make sure that we have energy security. And you have companies that function here to create energy security for our country, so that people will have jobs in Nigeria and not have jobs, exported overseas. So the first thing to do now, since it's about the first time, you know how many times we have tried to redo our refineries and they have always failed. But this is a major stakeholder in the industry. This is a sort of inside information, and he has the how do I put it, the financial muscle and expertise to say what he's saying, so he should be listened to. Once you have whistleblowers, he's like a whistleblower, we should listen to whistleblowers. Not saying that because there is pervasive corruption, nobody should be listened to. Let us treat each case on its own merit and see how we move further on the ladder of accountability and transparency and economic development for our people. Yes.
And just very quickly, do you see government getting involved in this in any way, shape, or form? I know you've said that it's an oil industry issue, but is this something that could...
So government should be concerned. Oil is our main source of existence. Government should be concerned, but Dangote is not calling on government. He's calling on ICPC and the other bodies. But since you people don't trust EFCC, EFCC should be involved because it's their job, regardless of their track record. So let's give them a chance.
Mr. Sobowale, who are the people?
Of course,
Which people?
You are number one.
You see? Anyway, we'd like to thank you for your insight here on Newsday, Mr. Dayo Sobowale. Many thanks for joining us. Thank you.